Welcome to more Space Engineers today with me, Okta. How are you all doing? Welcome to episode 4 of Space Engineers. So, in the last episode we got a whole bunch of things done. Most of them you can see here, or actually all of it. So, we hooked up a conveyor system to the station, and we also added an ore detector to our mining box. What can be the goal today, you wonder? We are going to get some solar panels and do some smaller upgrades still. Also have a plan about building a new ship. But first, I think we should take a look what I've done during this week. So the game is really time consuming, I say. It takes ages to use the refinery. I mean, look at this. It's going insanely slow, so more or less I've spent maybe 30 hours in game just standing AFK. So I've been doing other things while doing that though. But I mean, we have a lot of materials now. As you can see, our small cargo container is filled up with iron, silicon, and I've also made quite a lot of solar cells. So we are going to make this solar panel. And I'm not really sure where we should fit it right now, but I think it might be a good idea to have it over here somewhere, because I don't know right now. I see, it's on both the sides. That's very interesting. It seems like it's starting to build up at least. We could maybe add some construction components here. This is going to take some time, as you can see, so I'm gonna keep grinding here and come back to you guys eventually. Look at that, it's starting to get somewhere. I think we actually have it in the right direction at least. This is looking very good. It's taking ages because my inventory isn't as big as we need it to be. Alright, so I think we have all the materials needed now. And look here, look here. Look. There we go. I'm gonna take a look at how much energy that thing can produce now. Wonder if we have some information about it in the control panel. So let's head over here so we can actually access it. Control panel. It's called solar panel. And we are getting a little bit of energy. How much are we getting from the reactor? Wow. We cannot really compare it to the other number. I think we need a whole bunch of solar panels to actually match the small reactor. But I mean, it's adding a little bit, about 1/10 of the energy we're using from the reactor. So that's very good. By the way, take a look at this floor. I'm not alright with this. It's because of all the landings we are doing. But it's actually very easy to repair it. We don't need any materials at all. I think we just use the welder and fix it. But the landings are actually doing some damage to the ship. So I think it's a good thing we have the docking port now. So what I said before is that the refinery is really slow. And I think we could double up the speed by actually adding another refinery. So that is one of the things we're going to do. And luckily for us, we still have a spot here in our conveyor system, and also one underneath there. But here we are going to add a curved conveyor tube and then a refinery. So right now I'm producing the tube, or the curved tube, and you can see it here. We also need the refinery, and I have already showed you all this, but you can actually just click here. This is the large blocks. And it will produce the materials you need for it. So that is the refinery. We need some more. Wow, we have to get some more iron, but I still think it's worth it. So let's click on the refinery, and it will add the materials we need here and start to craft them. Even though we don't have all the materials we need some more iron. But we still have 18k here, so we don't really need super much. Okay, so I got the materials we need for the curved conveyor tube, and we are going to place it directly here, and we are going to change the direction with the page down now, and there we go. There we go. So now we can weld it as usually, and we'll get one eventually. And there we go. So what we need now is another refinery. And that shouldn't be that hard. We need to wait a whole bunch of time though. I have quite a lot of steel plates there, and I already own a whole bunch of them, so I don't think we actually have to go for another mining trip. Maybe. I think we have to. But one thing we can start with at least is placing the frame. So I have been rotating it a little bit now, but this is the rotation we need. We also need a block here on the side, so let's add a light armor block. Like that, and then we could probably place it on top of that now, can we? It's very hard because it's such a big object. There we go. So now is it fitting good? And now if we just add the materials we need for it later on, we'll get what we need. So it turns out I had to go for a small mining trip anyways, but I have this problem, like the light in the ship is so bad. It's very bad, as you can see. We have a lot of lights, but it's like the mining drill is blocking everything. Is that supposed to be? Because if I walk outside and just use my suit here, it gives so much better light compared to the mining ship. But anyways, I will be mining some iron here and some uranium, because I think we'll need that. And there we go. All the materials needed to finish this building now has been built or refined. So what else do we need? We need some more large steel cubes. We can drag in everything here. Hopefully we'll be seeing it finish here soon on camera. Wow, it's taking some time, really. Wow. Some of these, some computers. And there we go. There it is. There it is, guys. So now we can use this refinery too to refine things, which is very helpful. I think we got... Where is it? Oh, so it got a whole bunch of things into it instantly. That's very good. So we are getting some uranium refined. That's very nice. I will finish it and we'll work on something else. So while we added some green energy, I mean the solar panels, I think it would be a good idea to have some backup energy all the time. So I think we want to make a battery. And if we would now run out of uranium, we would always have some backup energy to get some new uranium and keep the base going. And that's the plan. So we will produce all these materials we need and place it somewhere here later on, I think. And later we'll see what we do. So here it is, the battery. It's quite big. It's one big block. It's like 2.5 meters, I think. So I think we might as well go ahead and place it here. I think this side looks quite cool. So that is the frame for it, and there is the place we will have it on. We'll need some more materials here first of all though. Okay, so the battery is done. We just had to add the last part here. And boom, there we go. So I can weld the rest later on. I think, can we open the terminal for it and take a look? So this is a type of battery. It has a max output on 4 megavolt and no, megawatt, yeah. And we can store quite a lot of power as well. Max required input. Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. It seems like we can store quite a lot of power here. So that's very good. So we don't have to worry about getting out of energy if we have the battery up and running. That's good. So we are still inside the battery, but I see we have some options here. We have recharge and semi-automatic. So this will charge it up and when the power is 0, and this will always recharge it. So that's good. I think we want it to recharge, so we always can have it on max power if we'll need it, and then not use it for anything else. Alright? So the next step is to start crafting the things we need for the new ship. So we'll need a whole bunch of light armor blocks. So we'll need to craft some of these iron plates. I think that's good enough for now, and then we need one landing leg to start with, and we have a lot of other things we have to take a look at later on in the game, but we don't need it right now. We need a small reactor, and we need one welder, grinder. Oh wow, that's a gun. We need some solar panels later on, but we can add that later on. We also need some thrusters. We just need the small ones. This is just going to be used to transport a little bit of machines. So we have 6 directions. That means we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 thrusters, and we also need one of these cockpits. We have the fighter cockpit. I mean, that's very cool. We need one of those too. We need a large container, I think we'll go for, and we need a whole bunch of these tubes, but we can do that later on. We can do one of these, however, and I think we are set to go now. We need also a gyroscope, but after that I think we are ready to start building our little ship. Very good. Okay guys, let's start working on a new ship we'll be using for welding and grinding, so more or less building and destroying things. So first of all, if you weren't here when we built the mining box, I will show you how to make a new ship. So you click on new small ship, you will get a landing gear, you will place it on the ground, and you can more or less start building here. You can color the blocks afterwards if I remember right, so we might do that as well. But if you want to get a color, you press P, and here you can select the color. I think I want this ship to actually be green, so we are going to remove the old blocks here as well really quickly. You use the grinder for that, and now if you place these down, they are going to be green. Let's see here. So that is the leg. I'm gonna be using, I can just show you here, we'll use one of those, and we will have the next one right next to it, like there. Oops, I think that's the same one actually, or maybe not. Oh well, you see the thing, we want them to be next to each other, and then we will have some conveyor tubes. We probably want one block behind them so we can have a center conveyor tube that we can have to conveyor blocks. But I will keep building here, and I will cut back and forth so you guys can see the progress when we are building. Look at that green object. Look at it. It's looking amazing so far, at least. I added a little bit of paint, as I said, and also some more conveyor tubes, and you can see this is kind of like the first part of the ship. More has to be added. However, I think I'm happy with this episode now. It's getting late. I gotta get this episode up on Monday, so I will be ending it here now. And when the next episode starts, I will be done with the ship. We will take it out for a tour and try it out. Alright guys, I hope you all will have a wonderful day. I'm Okta, and I'm out. Bye bye.